Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing the latest episode of The Bachelor, which is season 27, week 3. So let's get right into it. So like I said, it's week 3, it's a new week. The beginning of the episode, Zach gives a quick FaceTime to Sean, who is one of the pretty much only successful bachelors, just for a little support, just to check up on and tell him a little bit about what's going on. And then Jesse walks into the house and tells the girls how the week will play out, which will be 2 one-on-ones and a group date. And the first one-on-one date is that same night. It goes to a girl named Katie, and the date card says, "I want a love for the ages." Katie is so excited. So like I said, the date is at night. And so Zach and Katie go. They sneak into a natural history museum, which I think it's pretty cool because it was the entire museum just to themselves. Back in the mansion, the girls get the date card for the group date, which reads, "There are no rules in the game of love." But returning to the museum, they have a great time and a great conversation. Zach says that it seems so easy with her, and he asks what is it that she wants in a partner. So she shares about a toxic relationship she used to be in. She cries about it and says that she wants to be with someone she feels safe with. And other than that, just like a basic man. But Zach tells her that she deserves much more than just the basic man because he thinks that she's great. They kiss and he gives her the rose. He then asks her if she would like to spend the night, and she says yes. And he actually had like an amazing setup in the museum. It was like a place to sleep and hang out. And like I said, I like the museum because it was really like an experience. If you guys understand what I'm saying, it was really nice. And so they spend the night together. Everyone in the mansion is freaking out because it's so late and she's not returning. But keep in mind, they don't even know that she's spending the night. So can you imagine if they had known that? So then it's the next morning and everybody's wondering, why didn't Katie come back last night? She then returns with kind of awkwardly, sort of like a walk of shame because she's even in the pajamas that she slept in, and she shares what happened to everybody. And I gotta say, it was a very strong awkwardness because they must have sucked for them to hear that she spent the night with him. But now this is a new day, so it's time for the group date. They do like a football type of thing in the group date, which we've definitely seen before. They will be playing football, and then the team that wins will get to spend time with him after. So they play, both teams are pretty strong, they're trying to win, but of course one has to win and one has to lose. The ones to lose are very bummed as expected. And the ones that win are all hanging out with him now. Christina Mandrill actually is one of the ones that is in this group that wins, and you guys remember she's the one that went on the first date with him last week. So all the girls, though, the ones that won, they feel bad for the ones that didn't, but Christina tells them that they shouldn't care about it because everybody is supposed to be selfish in this, and that for her, after spending a one-on-one with Zach and meeting his family, she feels like her connection with him is much real as opposed to everybody else. So she's kind of rubbing it in their face. But Allie is going to be the one to get the second one-on-one, and with her card she gets a wedding gown type of thing. But going back to the group date, Bailey talks to him and tells him that she feels like the spark that they had is kind of slowly fading, and he totally agrees with her. And as they're about to really get into it, this other girl interrupts them. And it makes Bailey feel so bad, and she didn't get the validation that she needed, and she feels like she's not good enough. So she waits a while and she goes back and tries to talk to him again, and I'm glad that she did it. And she expresses her feelings, but unfortunately he says that he doesn't think that there's a future between them, which I don't know. It seems awfully quickly for him to be certain that he would feel nothing already. And he makes the decision of sending her home. I don't think it was the right decision, like I just said. But she goes and says bye to everybody that was in that group date. And they're all sad. But Christina says that, oh, well, it was inevitable. And that she was going to, leave anyway. And everybody is pissed now. But she says that at least that she's being truthful. And I gotta say, somebody else who was being truthful and was not kidding when he said he was going to be up front was Zach. Because, like I said, for him to just, like, you know, kick her out, like right there and there, like, yeah. But anyway, the date rose goes to a girl named Charity, and Christina says out loud, "I'm confused." She's confused that it wasn't her. It was rude, but kind of funny in a way, if that makes any sense, like the way she said it. And this girl named Brooklyn snaps at her and says that Christina makes everything about her and asks if she's ever considered shutting the F up. Anyway, the next day comes and it's time for Allie's one-on-one date. So she's wearing that wedding outfit and they're going to jump out of an airplane, which, for the record, I would never do that, even if it was with someone that I was trying to be with. That's too much. But for both of them, they had a blast parachuting. Later on the day, they were sitting and he tells her that he wants someone like her who he can have fun with. He gives her the rose, and then there's a performer that sings while they dance. And then the following day, Jesse comes in and tells them that Zach has canceled the cocktail party, but they're going to be having a pool party instead. And everybody is excited and they get ready. And once they're outside in the pool, everybody's having such a fun time. They're in the pool, they're playing games, they're having a cookout. Some girls talk to him, of course. Somebody who's not having fun is Brianna. I gotta say this about Brianna, who she's the one that got America's first impression rose. She seems like she's having a horrible time. Like, ever since she got there. And I get it, I get why she would feel so much pressure, but she's not even trying. So she gets the opportunity to talk to Zach, and he does tell her that it feels like she's very guarded and that it kind of even feels unnatural in a way. And she says that, well, she is trying to be genuine, but she's been thinking of leaving. And then one thing that she does do is she does bring in the drama into it and says that there is a girl making her and other people uncomfortable, and that girl is Christina, that she's been making people cry and this and that. So Brianna does end up leaving. Her journey here is finished. So I'm so confused. If she was leaving, why did she decide to bring this up? Like, why stir the pot like this if she was already gonna leave? And all the girls are, when they find out that Brianna's leaving, they're sitting around crying. I get it, it was their friend. But I just feel like them laying there just sobbing, it's too much for me. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't know. That's just a little comment. But Zach does address everyone and brings up his concerns after what Brianna told him. So he gets Christina to the side and talks to her. He mentions everything that the women feel insecure, and she begins to cry for rubbing people the wrong way. She's defending herself and tells him that it would be a mistake if he believed it. And he looks like he's easily swayed because he doesn't know what to do. And then he goes to ask several of the other women what they think of Christina. And of course, many of them don't like her, so they're not going to give her, a stellar review. And I get why Christina's feeling a little sad because, she did leave her daughter to be here. And she says that she has real feelings for him. After meeting his family and having the first one-on-one date, for her spot to be jeopardized this way, it must suck. And now she's on the floor crying.